Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and here on my little corner of the web I like to talk about budgeting and finance and lifestyle stuff. And today I am sharing my July 2021 budget wrap up. So July was a huge month for me and my husband. You probably already know this if you follow my channel because I've posted about it and shared in a couple videos since then, but we officially became debt free this month. So we paid off everything besides our mortgage. We still have that, but all of our consumer debt, my student loans, and my car payment, and we are done. And so that's really exciting. So I am just going to take you through what our budget looked like this month. I do not share the first four sources of our income for Jared's privacy. That's my husband. But I do share our miscellaneous and our total amount. So miscellaneous income is always just random stuff that we expect to get. Usually we don't expect to get anything, but this month in July we actually held a housewarming party because we just moved into our first house. We bought it last year and we moved in April, and then we've been doing renovations and we finally had our housewarming party, but we were gifted some money from a family member for that party, so we used that, for that party. So we were actually gifted $500, but we spent part of that in June. So the portion that we had left over was $358.26. So then our total income for the month ended up being $7,961.44. And that was great. It was above what we had expected. Always love to see that. But in the future, this amount in general will be going down because I just actually today is August 2nd, and I put in my 2 weeks notice at one of my jobs. So that was something that I was waiting till we were debt free to do, and now it's done. I'm so excited. That's like a huge weight off of my shoulders. So long story short, that number will be going down in the future. And then the next item in our budget is giving. We are Christians, and this is the most important thing to us. So give back to our local church this month, $586.08. And then we also give to charities that are doing mission work around the community and around the globe that we believe in. And this month we gave $209.95. So our total given was $796.03. Then the next item is our bills. And our mortgage is always $1,200. And I think I knew, like, some of our bills are fluctuate, like our utilities, but I think I knew. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know why I'm saying that. But so some of these things change are not what we budgeted, but a lot of them are exactly what we budgeted. Like my phone bill is always $44. Our Wi-Fi is always $69.81. Electricity this month was only $64.03. I budgeted $75. Water, sewer, trash was only $74.93. Natural gas was $36.64. So all three of those came in lower than I had planned for, which was great. Car insurance was $148.90. And Jared's health insurance is $160.37. So the total for our bills was $1798.68. There's always the most boring section of our budget. It's always the same. And then moving on to expenses. We had some overages in this category this month, especially in groceries and household. We just completely blew it. Our goal obviously was to stay around $400, and we ended up spending $556. And I think there are several things that contributed to this. One is that I was shopping, like I do a monthly haul I have been doing a monthly haul at Aldi, which is like a budget grocery store, but it's 30 minutes away. So to stock up on fresh things during the rest of the month, I should be going to Kroger, which is like 15 minutes away. But I have been so busy with work and just like on various little trips and outings that we've been doing over the summer. So I've been going to the one, we have a Brookshire's like 5 minutes from the house, and it's so much more expensive there. And then also we started buying Boosts, which are like these little protein shakes, if you have never heard of that, because Jared is training for a marathon. So he needs a little boost in calories. So those are pretty expensive, but I don't know. It's crazy how expensive things have gotten. So I'm really, really trying to rein that in August, as well as our eating out, which has also been really high. This month it was 196.11. So not great. Just a really expensive food month. That's honestly really high. So, I mean, it is what it is. And because we actually became debt free this month, that was about halfway through the month. And after that, I kind of was like splurging a little bit and not caring as much. But it is not great to see these numbers here. Moving on, the next item is gas, and we spent 153 cents. And this is a category I'm just struggling to get a handle on. We went on a couple longer trips than I thought we would, just like down to Dallas, which is about an hour away, or 45 minutes away, I guess, and then like another little out of town trip. So, and I guess that's just kind of, how it is in the summer. And we were driving back and forth for this summer camp that Jared was doing. So that I think all contributed to higher gas, but I definitely do need to just up that moving forward. And then Jared's category, he always does so well. I need to learn from him. He spent $87.48, and I think he got some running stuff. He's been prepping for his marathon, so he got some like shoe insoles and some new running clothes. And then I spent $114.46. Don't know what I got. And then subscriptions, we were super close with this one. We spent $58.71. And that was, Apple Music, Apple Storage, PayPal Storage, new subscription, and then a couple other things. I think like a editing subscription and one other thing that I can't remember, but that's that category. And then house stuff. So this category includes not household purchases, which is up here, like toothpaste, cleaning supplies, that kind of stuff. But this is like actual things for our house, like if we are buying a new couch or a rug or anything that is like a home furnishing that's not physically affixed to the house, which would be a renovation cost. So this month we spent $146.34, which was great. That's a category we go over on. We've been going over on since we bought our house, and we've just been like working on doing all our little projects. I don't know what this included, but probably like paint, maybe. No, I don't know. Not quite sure, but that's how much we spent. And then on our party, we came in right under budget, and we spent $221.53. And we had to buy alcohol and food for our gathering. So that went really well. And then our miscellaneous category, we spent $95.19. So our total expenses in this category for the month are $15.20.91. So not too bad, less than $100 difference. And sometimes it is way off. So next category is our sinking funds. This is one that I've been struggling with in the design because, I made this with like how much I just revamped this a couple months ago, so I'm just trying to see how it's working. And I have a start category, so how much I started the fund with, how much I added, how much I subtracted, and then how much I ended the fund with at the end of the month. But the problem is sometimes I have to usually add more to how much I add based on, how much extra we have during the month, or if we accidentally spent more in the fund and I don't want it to be in the negative. So almost every single one of these needs to be whited out because we changed it. So because we received more income than we planned for, and we became debt free about halfway through the month, we had some extra money to play around with. So I added some more money to these sinking funds. To our home maintenance and reno category, we started with $0. We always start with $0 because we spend so often. And instead of adding $100, I added $180. And this was a category that we really had to stay low this month because we'd spent so much in June, and we achieved that. We only spent $125.81. So that was a huge success for us. And I changed it to be $180 because that's how much we need to start adding just for home maintenance, not even renovation, just like as its own category based on like the house's value times 1% divided by 12. And that's just how much they recommend you save for unexpected repair costs for like your AC unit or I don't know, any plumbing issue. But so we currently had $0 in that fund, so we need to start actually making that a separate fund. So that category we have $54.19 ending the month. Then travel, we started with $79.26, and I was only going to put 150 in, but travel is something that we are really focusing on. Like I said in my debt-free video, we are planning to take a trip abroad next summer. So I want to, really beef up this fund so we have enough to do that because it's going to be pretty expensive. So instead of adding 150, I didn't need to cross out the 5. We added 350. And I would have liked to add more, but, we were scattered this month kind of in everything that I was trying to do. And then we didn't spend any. So we ended the month with 429.26. Gifts, we started with 0, which almost always, I feel like we spend so much money on gifts, and that was true this month. We had to add $220 because it was my husband's birthday, and we went to the aquarium, and that ended up being like part of the birthday gift cost. And then it was my brother-in-law's birthday, and I think we had another gift that we had to or did buy this month because we ended up spending $206.88. And some people are bigger for birthdays and they're really extravagant, and we try to be, to keep things within a budget, but it's not breaking the bank for us, so it's not really something that we're worried about. I'd always rather be generous when we can. So we ended the month with $13.12 in that fund. And then Christmas, so we started with $100, and we had been planning to add 20, but because we became debt free, I wanted to go ahead and beef that up and add 100. And this will be for Christmas gifts, but also things like this year we will need Christmas lights for around the house because this is our first year in a house and that kind of thing. Last year was our first Christmas together as a married couple living in the same place, so we bought a Christmas tree and just those kinds of things that you have when you're starting a life together. So now we have $200 in that fund. And then health, we started with $436.69. We added 75. We spent $33.84, I think, on like vitamins or something. So we ended with $477.85. For auto, we started with $498.13. We added $50. We spent $0. We almost got an oil change, but we found out we didn't need it, so that was great. So we ended with $548.13. And then this category. So part of Jared's birthday gift, separately, we just called it a birthday gift because it is his birthday month and he got this on the day of his birthday, but he was going to get anyway, was a new phone. So we got him the iPhone SE, which is what I got in October. And it's a budget phone, but it's really good and it's cheap. So that was, I think they're $400, but we traded in Jared's old phone. So it ended up being, $380, and we had saved that, or we allocated that money in June because we had a pretty big income month in June. So I had just put it in the sinking fund line item because it wasn't a true expense in June. And here it is now. We had $380, we didn't add any, we subtracted $380, and then we ended with $0. And that won't be a sinking fund anymore. That was just kind of a one-time thing. And then, so we started the month with $1494.08. We actually added $975 instead of $495. $975. We subtracted $746.53. So we have now $1722.55. So that's pretty good. And that balance is all in one bank account. I just keep track of how much is in each fund right here. And then the last section of our budget, very exciting. I didn't have any of these start numbers in my July budget with me because I didn't know them yet from the end of June. But for our emergency fund, is now our priority after we finish paying off debt. But at the time of, making this budget at the beginning of July, I didn't know that we would be debt free this month. So I had just planned on putting $50 towards it. We actually put, because this was kind of what we ended up working on as our zero-based item, all our extra goes to this category, ended up being $736.64. So we started with $5,552, and we ended the month with $6,289.29. So that's pretty good. We've just been adding $50 or $100 for basically the past 6 months. So seeing a jump this substantial has been great. And then investments, these are, we have some single stock investments and then also my Roth IRA and Jared's Roth IRA. We plan to add 150. We actually added 255. And I want to up this a little bit every month and work my way up to, contributing more and more and eventually hopefully 15% of our income. But that just wasn't possible this month with all the savings goals that we had that are more time sensitive. I know that investing is too, and that's a whole thing, but some of those things, it's either you have the money or it's going to come out of your regular expenses. And so I wanted to be able to have the money. So we put 255 towards that. So we ended the month in that category with $7,050.98. And then with debt holding. So again, when I filmed this budget, this was, every extra penny, this 2,079 number we planned to add. But we actually started with $10,844, and we only needed to finish paying off the debt $1,879.18. And to kind of explain this more, I have federal student loans only. So if you haven't been paying attention, they've been in forbearance for over a year now, basically. So they haven't been gaining interest, and we started putting the money in a separate savings account so that we could be getting the interest instead of the government. And then, just in case, that money would be there if we needed it. And then as soon as the forbearance ends, we would just pay it all off when we had the money, and we now have all the money. So we have $12,723.30, which is the balance on my student loan. So we will be paying that off. And then so we actually put $870.82. And we ended the month with $26,063.50, which will, be cut in half after this month, because this will no longer be a line item. But that is it for our budget. I also fill out this little section because at the back of my planner, I have the Plum paper planner, if you're wondering, and I actually make this little budget sheet, and I just started selling them on Etsy. So if you're interested in picking one of those up, it is designed for this planner and matches each month's sticker subscription. You can totally do that. I have my shop linked. But anyway, I make them with this because it corresponds to this and helps me to kind of get an overall yearly snapshot in one place. So this month I had 7,961 in. I had 3,319 out. Just flinging that around. 796 to giving. We had 3,846 to savings, and yes, it was a zero-based budget. So July was a great month for us, and I am just looking forward to August and moving forward and where we'll go from here. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a follow and interact with this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it